Let me tell you guys a little story. The instance started in 2006. It's been quite a bit of time since then. And something I noticed day one of the show. I noticed it 2 years into the show. I noticed it halfway through the 16-year run of the show. And right toward the end, I noticed it about the show. There's a faction of WoW players, like it or not, even whether Blizzard likes it or not, that are inherently going to come at you if you get even one detail of anything, not even wrong, just slightly off. If you accidentally say the name of a secondary game currency when really what you meant was the other one that sounds a lot like it, you'll get attacked. That's just the way of it. And that kind of sort of elitist attitude in WoW is pervasive. I mean, I'll just say it. It's been around since the beginning, right? I don't know how prominent it is in, classic circles so much because I don't really hang out there. I'm not really into classic, but that alone will get me heat just by saying I'm not into classic. So something I've learned over time is not to be, I don't emotionally react to these things at all anymore. It's just like, okay, there's another one. And a lot of times, if somebody has something reasonable to say or, something actionable, I'm happy to talk to them about it. But usually they come at you all guns blazing, essentially making it sound like everybody is stupid but them. And again, over time, you do this long enough, and you just sort of like, oh, another one of those, no big deal. And they don't really fit in our community. This community is not about that at all and never has been. We're happy to acknowledge when we make mistakes, and when we do, we will. And if somebody brings it to our attention, like, oh, you got that thing about how, PvP works completely wrong, I'm happy to go, well, if I was more of a PvPer, I probably would have known this. Whoops. I guess we'll mention it on an episode and, correct the record or whatever. But that isn't really why these people are doing this. They want to force you into a hole that they have designed that hole. And their hole is round, and I'm a square peg, and I'm not fitting in that hole. So sorry. It's how it's always been. So I guess what I'm saying is save your beef, and instead just let's talk like people, because at the end of the day, we are. And at the end of the day, this is a video game. It's a fun hobby. Some people play more or take it more seriously than others, but there's room for everybody. There's room for filthy casuals all the way up to the hardest core freaking Mythic Plus, spend 4 hours a night playing kind of players. That's fine. I respect all levels of the player base. I guess what I'm asking for is for some of you to respect it too, because some people in the community aren't used to this sort of thing. I am. I became numb to it, and now I just blow it off. But some people aren't used to it. They're like, whoa, this is coming out of left field, or why are you bringing this negativity, or why, whoa, slow down. Dump some water on that fire, So I guess I'm talking on behalf of them, because it's just not cool, man. Like, this game's 20 years old in November. 30 years of Warcraft total, if you count the RTSs. I'm done. 20 years of this, I'm done with that. That level of negativity, that kind of elitist attitude, telling other people how to play the game, just not into it. Not interested, like, at all. So I would say if you got a big burr under your sack, is that a right way to say it? I don't know, take it somewhere where they want to hear that stuff. There's plenty of other sort of negativity-based feeding frenzies out there in the World of Warcraft space. You can go over there and do that. You might have a harder time getting your voice heard because there's a lot of you over there. But if you do want to talk constructively and have a real conversation, always open to that. So what I guess I'm saying is, don't be this thrall. Look how angry and green he is, right? Be this thrall. Just working on the farm, chilling, thinking about his family, trying to decide whether he wants to get back in the game, whether he's feeling like he used to feel. Don't be this guy. Be this guy.